Welcome to the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships, the gold medal game. Tonight's game features the Fanshawe Falcons from London, Ontario against the Sheridan Bruins from Oakville. I'm Bill Miklas, along with me, former Queens Golden Gales men's basketball coach Scott Meeson. The Sheridan Bruins are the number 2 seed coming into this tournament. They defeated Niagara in the quarterfinals and then Centennial in the semifinals. They're supposed to be in this game. The Fanshawe Falcons come in as the 8th seed. They upset the defending provincial and national champion Algonquin Thunders from Ottawa in the quarterfinals and then beat the Humber Hawks in the semifinals. Scott, one team was expecting to be here, the other knew they could be here, and Fanshawe's a very dangerous team.
Much like any elimination tournament, all the rankings go out the window, and as you can see, and I've talked to many coaches here, they think Fanshawe is on a real roll and are really playing to go to that final in Caribou out in BC. This is a team that's playing excellent basketball right now, a big team, a physical team, will try and beat you up inside. A wonderful contrast to Sheridan, who's a 40 minutes of hell in your face, full court pressure led by Wayne Jones. It's going to be a tremendous contrast of styles and really interesting in the first 5 minutes to see how Fanshawe will handle this pressure.
A couple of key guards to look at in this game. As you mentioned, Wayne Jones for Sheridan, but for Fanshawe, a young man that played some time here at St. Lawrence, is from London, wanted to finish out his career at home with the Fanshawe Falcons. Andrew Jones, number 31, is dynamic.
Outstanding quickness, coached against him when he was here at St. Lawrence, presents a lot of problems, and I think, as I said, the first 5 minutes, Andrew Jones is going to have to be really targeted by Sheridan, and it's his composure and how he stands up to that, which I think will play a huge part in Fanshawe's success tonight.
So it's the physical nature of Fanshawe against the speed and harassing defense of Sheridan. It's for all the marbles. The gold medal and a berth in the national championships. Tip-off is next, Sheridan against Fanshawe here on Cogeco 13. And we're back, and as we get set to start this game, Bill Miklas along with Scott Meeson. Gold medal game of the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships from St. Lawrence College here in Kingston, Ontario on Cogeco 13. Fanshawe Falcons, their starting 5 being introduced right now. They're the 8th seed coming in. The number 2 seed is Sheridan, but as you said, Scott, in the opening, throw the seeds out the window. This is for the championship of Ontario.
That's right. This should be a highly, highly entertaining basketball game. Size versus speed. As I said in the beginning, a wonderful contrast of styles. 40 minutes of hell versus grinded out in the paint. So this should be great for the people of the area who are tuning in to watch.
Fanshawe defeated the top-ranked team in the tournament and defending national champions and provincial champions Algonquin Thunder from Ottawa in the quarterfinals, and then followed that up with a semifinal win over Humber of 71-65. Sheridan beat Georgian 73-43 in the quarterfinals, and then beat Centennial 60-57 in the semis. Starting for Fanshawe, James Faulkner, number 14. Andrew Jones, the former St. Lawrence College Viking, number 31. Adrian Pitka, number 34. Chad Lofthouse, number 40. And Tony McAleese, number 24. For Sheridan, Kevin Dennis, number 42. Bashir Moose, number 20. Wayne Jones, number 00. Lewis Moore, number 2. And Jeff Proctor, number 34. Sheridan in the white with blue trim. Fanshawe in the red with white trim. And the gold medal game is underway, and the Bruins control the tip.
Key matchup again is Wayne Jones will, when Sheridan goes to defend, will be on that basketball with great intensity.
Dennis fumbles the ball, but it comes to Moose. He misses the shot, looks for a foul call, doesn't get it. And Jones high with his pass to Lofthouse.
What a great push, though, by Fanshawe. Tremendous, tremendous look. showing a little fast break there.
Jones cut off by Lofthouse and stolen by Jones. Jones quickly into the front court. Pitka misses. Rebound by Proctor and then stripped away by Pitka, and Pitka gets called for the foul. So chances for Fanshawe early to get on the board, but they don't take advantage. And in a game like this, Scott, obviously the emotion's so high that that almost seems to be the biggest challenge for the coaches, to get that under wraps in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, most definitely, and this will settle. It will settle down, but I look for a high-spirited affair regardless.
Jones, Moose for two, misses. Rebound, Pitka.
And look at that battle ensuing down low already.
Lofthouse and Bashir Moose. McAleese kicks it out. Loftus for two, misses. He gets his own rebound. McAleese for two, that misses. Another rebound, Lofthouse, but no rim. The shot clock got reset, stripped from Faulkner, and then he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, basically positioning. I mean, that's an easy call to make. Whether it looked like he blocked the ball or not, the man at inside position, if there's any indication of contact, that is going to be blown.
Bashir Moose picks up the foul. And James Faulkner at the line for two. And a chance for the game's first point, and there it is.
Again, it's the physical size of Fanshawe. They're two inside players. Well, actually, they have four, and they platoon them fairly regularly, from what I understand. Against the perimeter attack or speed of Sheridan.
This is Wayne Jones to Lewis Moore. Kevin Dennis. And he's fouled by Faulkner. Referees for this game, Jordy Montgomery, Doug Fraser, and Vern Bovell, who made that call.
Doug Fraser, a senior official here in Kingston for many, many years. And our first chance to look at the free throw shooting of Sheridan. It was the last game we had. Very, very good free throw shooting on both sides of the ball, and one of the reasons why it was a close game.
Kevin Dennis misses the first and misses the second. Both short, maybe some nerves. Minute and a half into this one, Fanshawe leading 2-0. McAleese. Cross court, bad pass, picked off easily by Moore, and then he's fouled by Jones. One of those fouls that you might look back on if you end up with 5 personals.
Yeah, again, just a silly foul. No real reason for that. He's not anywhere near the basket, and it's just lazy. And can't have Andrew Jones picking up ones like that.
And he got in foul trouble in the quarterfinals against Algonquin. He's a very hyper player and very aggressive defensively. Moore drives, spins, hangs, gets the roll. We're tied.
Nice patience there.
Lofthouse. Pitka gets away from Proctor, then stripped from behind by Proctor. And Proctor will pull it back out.
Wise move.
Dennis will drive, miss. Lofthouse with the rebound. McAleese. Fanshawe head coach Glenn Johnson says slow it down. The other thing Sheridan does very well, they get you to play their tempo. Faulkner shot too strong. Proctor can't control the rebound. Pitka for three. That's short. Rebound Moore. Proctor drives, cut off by Pitka. Now Wayne Jones. Moose is inside, but Jones calls out a play. Proctor. Entry pass into Moose. Blocked by Faulkner, but Moose got it again and scored.
Great persistence on the part of Sheridan. Stay with the shot, And here's that press.
McAleese dribbles through it and got fouled by Proctor.
And here comes Sheridan's substitution. They go 2 bigs for 2 bigs. And boy, can they bring sides in a hurry. Wow.
You mean Fanshawe?
Fanshawe, correction, Fanshawe. Yeah.
Kyle Wilkinson, Brian Colbridge come in.
Wow.
Faulkner and Lofthouse go out. Jones is also replaced by Stephen Chan. Andrew Foster in for the first time for Sheridan. He gives Kevin Dennis a rest. Chan with the basketball. Wilkinson for 3. He hit that in the quarterfinal and ends up being a perfect pass to Tony McAleese for 2.
And a missed block-out assignment again. Really frustrates the coaches. So far, both teams showing man-to-man.
Proctor, almost taken from him by Pitka. Moore gets a switch and draws the foul from Pitka, and that's 2 on Adrian.
And both coaches are working the officials right away. We see Glenn Johnson is really giving an earful.
And he'll have to get Pitka off, because with 15:59 left first half, he's already got 2 personal fouls. Nice play by little Lewis Moore to draw that foul. He got a step on Pitka and then sort of jumped back into him, forcing the big guy to foul him. Great tactic of us little guys.
Yes, and just smart basketball. Mike Smart up at Carleton's great at drawing those kind of fouls as well.
Moore makes both. Sheridan back up by 2.
Here's that press.
Chan, and he's fouled by Wayne Jones.
I guess you're going to have to live with those. If you're going to preach aggressiveness defensively, you're going to have to accept the fact that there's going to be fouls.
Pitka's still in the game. Nice pass up to McAleese.
Great.
Nice bound pass to Colbridge. Won't fall. Rebound Wilkinson, and that will fall.
And that's what height will do for you. And now we see a zone by Sheridan.
Fanshawe, you're having trouble with these colors.
Oh, the colors. 3-2 zone, or we'll see how Sheridan attacks this.
Jones up for 2 and banks it in. Subs coming in. Andrew Jones returns. He'll replace Pitka. Proctor's taken out by Maurice Smith of Sheridan. And we've got a timeout called by the Bruins. It's a 30-second timeout. And everybody's hyped up, even ourselves, Scott. But they should be. It's the championship game.
Yeah, definitely emotions running high. And again, I think this will settle down. But really, when you look at Sheridan's style of play, they don't want to settle down. They want to play with this emotion and up-tempo style for 40 minutes. And we're getting a good glimpse of it in the last couple of possessions. And again, Fanshawe will have to go at this zone and look like they're going to start in a 1-4.
Both teams have a lot of supporters that have made the trek from London and Oakville, respectively, here to Kingston and the St. Lawrence Gym to cheer on their respective teams in this gold medal game. Entry pass by Wilkinson, picked off by Sheridan. Here comes Jones. Jones drives, runs over Chan, late whistle, and it's Jones with his second personal.
Ho, ho, ho.
So the first key moment of this basketball game, the captain of the Sheridan Bruins has his second personal foul, and quickly Kevin Dennis will come in for him. It was a late whistle. It looked like a charge, but once Chan had fallen, it looked like play was going to continue. And then the whistle happened, and Jones goes to the bench.
Well, remember that call, because now you've taken your best ball pressure defender off the floor.
McAleese in trouble, almost a turnover. Chan, Jones for three, got it!
And Fanshawe using that 3-2 zone.
Nice move, Andrew Foster, but it won't fall. Chan with the rebound.
If I'm Sheridan, I want to overload that baseline and put 3 attackers against there too.
McAleese for 2.
Nice shot off the bounce.
Fanshawe played this zone in the quarterfinals against Algonquin, gave the defending national champs fits. Smith for 3. Misses. Chan, McAleese leaks out deep. He'll have to bring it back out. Makes a nice catch. Wilkinson hands off to McAleese. Penetrates, feeds Colbridge, and gets called for the travel.
And I think that was a bit of a makeup call, which might have been a travel there by Fanshawe initially.
Pitka back into the game with his 2 personal fouls. McAleese goes to the bench. 13:52 time left first half. Gold medal game of the OCAA men's basketball championships between the Sheridan Bruins and the Fanshawe Falcons. Falcons leading 11-8. Dennis for 2, won't fall, and it's out of bounds off of Sheridan.
And much like in the previous game where Humber employed that zone, it looks like Sheridan is equally puzzled by Fanshawe's tactic here.
Chan needs to hustle to get it over the timeline. Is trapped, but got it to Wilkinson. Colbridge should have taken that shot.
Wow, nope.
And he's going to get called for 3 in the key because of it.
A guy that size turning down a little bunny like that.
Into the game for the first time for Sheridan, Jerome Robinson, number 4. He has the basketball.
Question is, will we see Wayne Jones again this half?
Dennis blocked by Wilkinson. Chan. Wilkinson inside. Colbridge will take that shot, miss it. Rebound Sheridan.
Fanshawe's big guys really run the floor well.
Smith runs over a couple of Falcons. Ball goes out of bounds. No call. And it will be Sheridan's ball. Both teams need to be careful. They're getting on the officials. More subs coming in for Sheridan. They're a very deep team, will play a lot of guys. One of the other reasons that their full court pressure is so devastating, because you think you get a breather, but you don't. Robinson blocked by Faulkner. Jones fumbles the ball and picks up his 2nd foul.
But very interesting call. Very interesting call there. Jones was really going the other way physically. I don't know how he interrupted that play. Needless to say, he picks up the foul.
So Andrew Jones and Adrian Pitka are both on the floor for Fanshawe with 2 personal fouls. Wayne Jones of Sheridan has 2. He's on the bench. Different philosophies. Proctor for 3. That's off. Rebound, Jones couldn't handle it. Put back up by Dwight Taylor for 2.
Again, if it's not for these second shots, Sheridan is not getting good looks at the rim.
What a pick by Lofthouse, but he's going to get called for a moving pick, and now he and Foster jaw. Jerome Robinson bounces back up, shakes the kinks out of his neck, gets the license number of the truck, and gets ready to bring the ball up the floor.
Oh, did he get tattooed? I think he just ran into a transport truck. And I think the reason that was called is the Fanshawe player actually moved his chest into the player.
I was going to say, he stood still, but he followed through on it.
Really quite silly, because it was a good screen.
Yeah. Robinson for 2 over Lofthouse, misses. Lofthouse can't handle the rebound, but Fanshaw's got it. And now a foul on Foster as he reached in on Pitka.
And boy, these players are really getting in the referee's face. I think the referees are really going to have to tighten the screws here.
Well, I almost wonder if they need to call the captains and just say, go to your benches, tell everybody to stop it, and let's play basketball. I mean, the intensity is here, there's no question. It's a gold medal game for 1 berth in the national championships, but at some point, the referees are going to stifle it. McAleese, and he's fouled by Robinson, who will go and jog, or attempt to.
Look at this. And we've got a possession here.
And as you could hear, some of the natives think that maybe it's the officials.
Oh.
It's intense everywhere in this gym.
Great atmosphere in here. This is terrific basketball.
Inside to Lofthouse for 2.
Well, it's an easy play. He takes up so much real estate. Just give him the ball, and he'll put it in the hoop.
Next foul by either team, and we're into bonus. Dennis, reverse layup, rim blocked him. Rebound Omari Henry, he can't hit, but it's out of bounds off Fanshawe.
And boy, Fanshawe really presents.
Dwight Taylor, and he's fouled from behind by Faulkner, who says he didn't get him.
Presents such a size challenge to Sheridan, but Sheridan's not backing down at all. They're using ball fakes, getting their body into the Fanshawe players, and really be quite successful at it.
11-13 the time left first half. 13-10 Fanshawe leads in this gold medal game. The Bruins, Dwight Taylor at the line for 2, and he makes the first. Getting some good minutes are the Bruins from number 5, Dwight Taylor. If he makes this, he's got 4 points. And he does. Pitka. And he's fouled by Robinson. That'll be 2 on the little guy.
And this type of fouling is going to negate Sheridan's pressure. It's really going to take them out of that game. Certainly Wayne Jones with 2 cannot come back and play as aggressive as he would like, or as Coach Flack would like him to. And now they've had to sub their secondary point guard off.
And as I said, it's bonus now for both teams. Pitka rolls in the first free throw. So both teams in this rest of the way in this first half with 11-10 left are going to get their free throw shooting tested. Back to a 3-point lead for the Falcons.
How about that? 11-10, we're in bonus. Both teams.
Proctor. Dennis penetrates, runner misses, rebound Taylor, but he lost the handle. Quickly the other way, McAleese drives, layup, got it. 6 points for Tony McAleese. It's a 5-point Fanshawe lead.
Great push by Fanshawe, tremendous execution there.
Moore for 2, misses, long rebound, McAleese couldn't handle it. It's Sheridan basketball.
Attacking zones, this seems to be the Achilles heel of the night for the teams having to do it. It's Sheridan's just not getting good shots. They're getting runners and off-balance shots, but it's just not very impressive.
Bashir Moose is checked back into the game for Sheridan, number 20. He replaces Kevin Dennis. Proctor's open for 3. In and out. Rebound. And diving for it was Moore. He couldn't save it. You have to be strong with the basketball if you're Fanshawe on a defensive rebound, because Sheridan's so quick and they get to the ball so quickly.
Yeah, they're like a little pest. You know, they're always around you, and certainly got the ability to strip the basketball if you bring the ball to your waist.
McAleese into the front court, drives, and it's a blocking foul on Taylor, and on the right call, he did move a bit.
Sheridan is having, or Fanshawe is having absolutely no problem with this press. And they seem to be coming at you like a gang horse. And again, Sheridan is going to draw more fouls. That's their style they play.
McAleese misses the first free throw. One to come to try and make it a 6-point Fanshawe lead. And he does. 7 points for number 24 of Fanshawe.
And back to the zone. Again, I would try and put three players on that baseline and overload it.
Moore, nice spin, up, misses, rebound, Dwight Taylor, that won't fall. Still loose, Chan comes away with it. Pitka fakes the 3 for 2, misses, rebound Moose.
And a tremendous individual effort that last possession.
Moore, blocked by Lofthouse, to the floor, and now a foul on Chan as he bumps Omari Henry, who will go to the foul line.
A lot of contact there.
The only ones not hyped up for this one are the officials. And even they might be a little hyped up. How can't you be? Packed house here at St. Lawrence College. OCAA men's gold medal game. Sheridan Bruins in white with blue trim against the Fanshawe Falcons in red with white trim. 9:32 left first half. Fanshawe leading by 6, 18-12. And Sheridan's Omari Henry at the line for 1-1. Gets the first. And with this many fouls being called, it is going to test both teams and their depth. Henry hits both.
Wayne Jones is back on the floor. You must note that. Fanshawe be wise to go right at him.
Good call, Scott. McAleese thought about the 3. Cross-court Pitka. It's a zone now by Sheridan. Colbridge from the baseline misses. Rebound, Dwight Taylor. What a great minutes he's been giving Sheridan, number 5 of the Bruins. It's been a demon on the boards. Moore penetrates. The hanging shot. Moose with the rebound. And he's fouled.
Sheridan having tremendous problems, not only getting good shots, but when they get the second shots, they can't convert it. Makes it very, very difficult and frustrating. And really gives a lot of confidence to the defense.
And the foul was called on James Faulkner. That's his 3rd personal, and probably the end of the time we'll see him in this half.
And again, Wayne Jones on the floor with 2. Coach Flack putting him back in to ignite some offense. Certainly, we know what he can do at the defensive end of the floor.
Moose, if he can hit this free throw, will make it a 2-point game with exactly 9 minutes left first half. Bill Miklas with Scott Meeson, Cogeco 13, presenting the OCAA Men's Basketball Championship gold medal game between Fanshawe and Sheridan. Moose misses the second, but then Chan turns it over. Just got careless.
Yes, it happens. Turnovers, part of the game.
Surprised it hasn't happened more in this one so far. Everybody's bodies are moving 120 miles an hour, and
again,
lines can't keep up.
Sheridan is only have one person on the baseline.
And an offensive foul and a good call here on Omari Henry. He just threw Andrew Jones to the floor. Sheridan continues their full court pressure.
That's great execution by Fanshawe. Go opposite into the middle. Against the press.
Chan penetrates, turns it over. Steal by Jones. Moore up, and he's fouled by Wilkinson.
No question, good call.
I agree.
And Fanshawe can certainly substitute and not lose a lot. That's evidence in this first half. It's been a revolving door over there.
McAleese comes out. Pitka returns. He's playing with 2 fouls. The way this half is going, who won't be playing with 2 fouls might be a better question. Moore makes the first, makes this one. It's a 1-point game. It is.
And Sheridan in that 1-1-2-1 set.
Jones gets a pick for 3, misses. Offensive rebound, Colbridge, back up, got it.
That's great to see that kind of power basketball. Great board and excellent balance and positioning to go up and finish that. Not as easy as it looks.
Moore moves from the baseline, got it. He's got 5, it's back to a 1-point game.
And you look at where that shot happened against the zone, the short baseline.
Wilkinson for 2.
And you could have set him up for a charge, no problem there. He was really unsure of himself at the beginning, but ended up finishing off nicely.
Moore moves, gets out of the double team.
A weak pass.
Almost stolen by Jones. And it's a jump ball, they rule. The battle of the Joneses there. Possession arrow belongs to Fanshawe. Certainly from our angle, and the Sheridan fans are saying the same thing, that Andrew Jones of Fanshawe never had possession of the basketball when they call it jump ball.
Wow, that's a huge call.
Chan penetrates, Colbridge, Pitka for 3, misses, rebound Sheridan. 7 minutes left first half. Bruins trail by 3. Amari Henry turns, reverse layup misses, Pitka with the rebound. Chan. And bodies flying. This is going to be an offensive foul on Colbridge, I believe. No, it's Pitka, and it's his 3rd. So the second Falcon to pick up 3 personal fouls in the half is Adrian Pitka, and he'll go to the bench, though he stays on the floor right now. And now coming up is Jason Van Louis to sub in for Pitka, but the play is on, so here's a dangerous time for Fanshawe. Pitka playing with 3 fouls here in the first half. Jones for 3, got it, we're tied.
And go at Pitka. Wow, look at that.
And is Jones? No, it's Foster getting a foul here, and Lofthouse and Jones are talking.
Jones has got a lot to say out there, I'll tell you. He doesn't want to pick up a technical with his foul problems right now.
Wow, it counts as a personal foul. Don't want to waste one of those personal fouls just yapping. And Van Louis does check in for Pitka. Lofthouse at the line for 2 free throws, as both teams have 10 team fouls. And McAleese and Wayne Jones chat away. Lofthouse makes the first.
Yeah, and they can't get into this trash talking. It just really takes you off your game and really silly, not part of what you want to see.
Moore. Jones. Moose. Over Coleridge, misses. Dennis with the rebound. Then tried to throw a pass. He got caught up in the air, and it's a turnover.
Go up and get fouled. That is just really weak.
McAleese. Calls out a play. Inside Lofthouse. Lofthouse turns on Foster and scores.
What a tremendous drop step. These guys are very well drilled in the post.
5.5 minutes left first half. Moore gets a nice pick from Foster. Feeds Moose for 2, got it. Bashir Moose has a very nice little jump shot. He has 7 points and a travel on Van Louis.
Again, that pressure causing the turnover. Certainly when you get into this game and the fatigue factor takes over, you're going to see more of that.
Inside, Foster turns on Lofthouse. Great move for 2. We're tied again.
Great body positioning and use his shoulder to create that space for himself.
The 5th tie of the half.
What a scintillating game this is. This is great basketball. You got full court attacks, you got post play, you got outside shooting. It's terrific.
Moore knocked the ball out of bounds, so Fanshawe inbounds with 20 on the shot clock. McAleese. Another nice pick by Van Louis. That's for 2. Misses. Moore with the rebound. Foster and Lofthouse push a bit.
Reacquaint themselves.
Moore hangs, scores!
And could have been N1.
He has 8. And Sheridan leads 28-26. For 3, Jones, got it!
Good sportsmanship there, picking him up.
And a foul called here on Wilkinson. Second on Wilkinson. It'll send Dennis to the line.
I think Sheridan is really going at these guys, trying to draw the fouls, and doing a very, very successful job at it.
Can't keep up on my stat sheets without the
I
foul.
know. It's going to make for a very interesting second half with all these fouls being handed out. Number 1, will the referees continue this trend? Number 2, how is it going to change the strategy of each team? With benches as deep as both teams, it hasn't really affected them yet, but you know, in the second half, time starts winding down. Things change, you know, and game becomes more tense. I don't know if it can get any more tense than it is now.
I'm afraid that now that you've asked, we may find out. Dennis with a free throw to come to try and give Sheridan the lead. Rolls it in. McAleese feeds Lofthouse, and he was pushed from behind by Foster.
Looks like Wayne Jones might have twisted, turned an ankle. He seems to be walking it off.
Jeff Proctor checks in for Andrew Foster. 4:08 time left in the first half. 40-29 for Sheridan. 2 free throws to come for Fanshawe's Chad Lofthouse, and he misses the first.
Got to use his legs. Got to get a little leg lift there.
And Adrian Pitka checks into the game, replaces Andrew Jones. Pitka is playing with 3 fouls.
Very interesting substitution there. I mean, this game isn't out of hand. Why would you bring him back in?
Well, the choice might be bring him back in or bring someone that hasn't played all year and maybe the game gets away from you. Who knows? Moore. Dennis.
Nice feed.
Misses the shot. Chan tracks down the ball. Lofthouse, Wilkinson, fouled by Moose.
I don't think there's any question about that one. Great high-low action by Fanshawe.
Wilkinson misses the first free throw. Second chance here to give Fanshawe the lead. Missed it, and then he was in too early. And the big guys for Fanshawe do look like they're getting tired in the legs just from the pace of this thing.
Yeah, and is this the style Fanshawe wants to play? I mean, it's basically a byproduct of Sheridan's defense, why they're playing like this. But you can slow it down. You do not have to get into this running game if you can discipline yourself. But I think that's a great point. I think they're starting to get tired, hence the fouling that's going on.
Kevin Dennis with the ball to Moose, swings it around. Jones fakes the three, penetrates, fakes the two, cross court to Proctor. Dennis, 5 on the shot clock. Taylor mishandles the pass. Dennis gets it, puts up the shot, and it will roll in. How's that for a shooter's touch? Pitka almost traveled.
And every time Sheridan can score, they get to put on their press. Fanshawe looking a bit shaky here, might need a timeout.
Lofthouse, Pitka for 3, no. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and Dennis couldn't save it. .242 time left first half. Sheridan leading by 2. Chan. Inside, Lofthouse.
Drawing a good double there. That's a great ball movement.
Chan misses the 3, long rebound, comes to Chan. Lofthouse. A good move inside, but there's a foul called on Wilkinson, I think, for a moving screen, and that'll be 3 on him.
I think your point about this game pace becoming far too much for starting to affect Fanshawe. I think this is, Sheridan is slowly but surely dictated tempo, and Fanshawe's fallen for the trap. I think they've really taken the bait, and it's hurting them right now.
Meanwhile, Sheridan has no one with more than 2 fouls. Fanshawe has 3 with 3, and there's Dwight Taylor again. He has 6 points off the bench, and Sheridan has their biggest lead of the game at 4 points. Jones for 2, in and out. Rebound, Taylor. Under 2 minutes left first half. Bucket here by the Bruins, and the Falcons may call a timeout.
I think they need one.
Proctor for 2, got it!
Timeout. That's enough for me.
But none is called. Glenn Johnson will try and ride it. Lofthouse, and he's fouled by Taylor.
Fanshawe's got to start converting these foul shots. That's their game, what that series was right there. And again, I think their big guys are really fatigued.
And Andrew Jones, number 31 of Fanshawe, chatting it up a bit with the crowd. And that will drop for Lofthouse.
Andrew Jones needs to step back and get himself involved in this game and not so much the talking game.
30-second timeout called by Fanshawe. Sheridan leads by 6 points with 1:26 left first half. Bill Miklas along with Scott Meeson. How do you get the pace if you're Fanshawe back to your way? I mean, Sheridan isn't going to slow things down.
Well, I mean, you've got to start, I think you got to start using more clock offensively. I don't think you can start bombing everything in that looks good. And go to your strength, go inside. Give your big guys a chance to rest. The earlier you take the shot in the shot clock, faster this game's going to be, and your big guys are going to labor. And I think, again, the guards need to settle this thing down for Fanshawe. Their big guys are in foul trouble, and they can't win without their big people.
And as I said, no one for Sheridan has 3 fouls. The difference in the end might be depth for Sheridan because they've played pretty much all 12 of their guys and gotten good production from them. And as you said, the big guys are getting tired for Fanshawe. Jones comes out protecting his 2 fouls. Lofthouse with a free throw. Got it.
That's going to be key. How they do at the foul line. Great execution.
Taylor blocked by Colbridge, but he'll get called for the foul.
Well, I think he got him with the body, not the arm.
I agree. I thought he got him with the body too.
Many people, when they see a blocked shot, all they do is look at the ball and the upper arm, and that's not where the call's made. Call's made from the waist down.
It was a clean block up high, no question, but as you said, it was called on what happened below the block. So Dwight Taylor at the line for 2, and right now, a bench player who doesn't get a lot of minutes, badly misses that free throw, has 6 points off the bench. Minute 18 time left in the first half. Sheridan leading by 5, 36-31. Dwight Taylor misses the second, rebound, tracked down and out of bounds as Dennis couldn't save it.
Well, look at the pursuit of that basketball. Fanshawe was getting those rebounds early in the half. Sheridan is all over the place. Now to a 1-2-1-1 diamond press. Oh boy.
Lofthouse is in trouble. Gets across course, McAleese. Drives, charged. And Moose has something to say to McAleese.
I thought that was a good take. That was a block, but that's why I'm up here, not down there.
And it ends a streak for Tony McAleese. He's one of the few players in this game that hadn't committed a foul. Kevin Dennis right now is the anomaly. He played this entire first half and not committed a foul.
I thought with the pass fake, he turned him enough to draw the block and take away the charge.
Well, I've said it many times on other basketball broadcasts. Hardest call in sports to make is the block charge.
Yeah.
Omari Henry checks in for Dwight Taylor. What a spurt from him in the first half. Moose with a free throw to come. Dwight Taylor during the regular season averaged 1.3 points a game. He has 6 right now. Moose makes 1 of 2. It's a 4-point Fanshawe lead.
Just settle down and get it into your big guys.
McAleese misses. Colbridge can't get the rebound.
That just kills.
Should mention the hoop by McAleese counted. The charge was called after the hoop. So that's why the 4-point score of 37-33. Proctor's 2 misses. Chan away with 35 seconds left. McAleese against Dennis, hangs, can't get it. Proctor gets the rebound. Shot clock and game clock are virtually identical. Sheridan can hold for 1.
Great play by Dennis, not to foul, but to change McAlee's shot to the point where he doesn't convert. That's excellent defense. Very disciplined.
And I repeat, he may go in at halftime, the only one that hasn't committed a foul,
Yeah.
which the way this first half has gone is player of the game status right there. Moves. Just see with the clock, not much time left. Henry inside, blocked away by Colbridge, and the half ends. We expected intensity in this gold medal game. We got it in the first half. Lots of fouls, but in between the fouls, some pretty good basketball. It's 37-33 Sheridan at halftime. Scott and I will be back with the second half. You're watching the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships from St. Lawrence College in Kingston on Cogeco 13. And welcome back as we get set to start the second half here at St. Lawrence College in Kingston. Men's OCAA Gold Medal Basketball Championship game between the Sheridan Bruins and the Fanshawe Falcons. Bruins lead it at halftime by a score of 37-33. Bill Miklas along with former Queens Golden Gales men's basketball coach Scott Meeson. And Scott, we talked about it at the tail end of that first half, but I want to talk about it again. Sheridan looks like they're playing a frenetic pace, but what it does is it gets you as an opponent into their pace of game, and that's what they got Fanshawe into through those first 20 minutes.
Yes, they did, and they tired out their big guys in the process, which led to 3 Fanshawe players with 3 fouls. And I think that presents a big challenge to the Fanshawe coaching staff. You know, certainly they're probably going to have to look at coming back out and sitting in that zone, but they cannot. I think they've got to change their tactic and slow this game down.
Let me ask you as a coach, when you have a first half where Fanshawe committed 15 personal fouls, Sheridan 13, so 28 fouls called, as a coach, what do you tell your players at halftime? Do you tell them you need to back off, or do you tell them just to keep playing and hope that the referees back off?
Yeah, I don't think you can tell your players to back off, especially if you're Sheridan. There's just no way. You don't want to take them out of what they're doing. I mean, Fanshawe, again, other than the foul situation, you know, really are right there. It's a 4-point game, but again, they've got to less worry about the fouls than they do the pace of the game, which has led to those fouls in my estimation.
And we should mention that 28 fouls called, I think maybe 2 or 3 you could question, but most of the fouls were the right call. Players just being a little too aggressive, a little too hyped up in a championship game like this. Sheridan in white with the blue trim start Moore, Dennis, Wayne Jones, Jeff Proctor, and Bashir Moose. Fanshawe in red with white trim start Lofthouse, Pitka, Falconer, McAleese, and Andrew Jones. It's Sheridan with the basketball in a 4-point lead. Kevin Dennis, only 2 points in that first half. Sorry, 4 points in the first half. Proctor, 5 on the shot clock for 3. Got it!
No one seemed to want to come out and challenge that shot.
And Sheridan with that 3-pointer has their biggest lead of the game at 7 points. Andrew Jones will try and answer. Can't. Rebound Pitka, stripped away by the head of Wayne Jones, who comes up with it.
And you alluded to those quick hands of Sheridan. You got to chin that basketball when you secure the ball if you're Sheridan.
Jones hangs, forced a shot, misses.
Boy, did he ever miss. Bad shot.
And you get the sense that Sheridan smells blood and a chance to maybe blow this open. Stripped by Dennis. He says it went off Faulkner's leg. He might have a point, but it's ruled out of bounds off of Sheridan. It'll still be Fanshawe ball.
Good strong move by Faulkner, needless to say.
But you bring that ball down to your hips, and these guys in white will strip it away. As you said earlier, Faulkner can't handle the pass. McAleese does a good job to beat Jones to it. Tried to feed Lofthouse, but too low to him. Here comes Moore. Stripped from behind by Jones, but out of bounds. Sheridan basketball.
And again, we get back to this. A real forced pass by McAleese there. You're not really going to be able to handle that, no matter who you are.
Proctor to inbounds. Moose is open and scores.
Great positioning by Moose.
It's a 9-point Bruin lead. And watch out if you're the team from London. Jones, did he get a foul here? He did. He saw the pick coming from Lofthouse and tried to push the big fella out of the way and gets called for his third.
Oh, you just can't retaliate like that. It's just silly, undisciplined play.
Two minutes into this one, into the second half. Fanshawe needs a hoop. McAleese for two, no. Pitka rebound, that won't fall. Jones lost the handle, but Sheridan still comes up with it.
Boy, and it seems like there's a manhole cover over that rim for the Fanshawe Falcons right now. As you can see, they're back in that zone.
Moore for two, in and out. That might have forced Fanshawe into a timeout. McAleese drives, block on Moose. The same play as late in the first half. It was called a charge. This time it's a block. And it's 3 personals on Bashir Moose. Count the bucket and a free throw to come for McAleese. A huge call there and a hoop. Vital for Fanshawe.
Well, what a great play by McAleese to, having experienced that at the other end in the first half, to take it strong like that. Terrific play. I think one factor with that block is if you don't get out and gain space defensively and stand under the hoop, you're not going to get that call.
McAleese can't complete the 3-point play, so it stays at a Sheridan 7-point lead. Moore, Proctor. Dennis. This is Jeff Proctor for two. Might have got hit on the arm, but he misses.
Poor shot, needless to say again. Good push by Jones.
McAleese. Nice feed to Colbridge. He's fouled from behind by Proctor.
And I think McAleese is playing an outstanding basketball game. Seems to be a very underrated player. As looking at the All-Star selection, he's nowhere to be seen, but boy, he is really impressing me. And single-handedly keeping Fanshawe in this game.
Sheridan calls a full timeout. Speaking of Tony McAleese, he has 11 points. He came into finished the regular season averaging 10 points a game, but as you said, Scott, he's really been the key guy for Fanshawe in this first 23 minutes. 17:06 left second half, 42-35 Sheridan leads. And why the timeout, do you think, by Sheridan?
Well, I mean, they had a great little stretch there going, and we've just had back-to-back baskets by Fanshawe. You don't want to let them creep back in this, and excuse me, that's a good timeout call by Coach Flack. But again, McAleese consistently the best player for Fanshawe right now, and has been for the game.
And Sheridan, again, maybe showing again how deep this team is. Really can't pinpoint one guy at this stage. It just seems like whatever 5 are on the floor, hound their opponents.
Yes, and Coach Flack can go 12 deep, and we've seen quite a lot of people on that floor in different spurts.
Colbridge for 2 free throws, hits the first. If he can make this, it'll be a 5-point Sheridan lead. And it is. 4 points for Brian Colbridge. And Fanshawe comes out in a press.
Look up the floor, and Wayne Jones was wide open there in the corner. That's why it's so important to catch and face and look up the floor when being pressured.
10 on the shot clock. Dennis looking inside, gets it to Moose. Moose mishandles the ball, 5 on the shot clock, and he was bumped by Jones. Needless foul.
Oh, and now the shot clock running down, that kills you.
So it's a new 30-second shot clock for Sheridan, who looked a little rattled on that offensive possession. Circle that as a key moment if they score a big hoop here. Moore for 2, in and out. Andrew Jones with the rebound. Ahead to McAlee.
Good
Colbridge,
pass.
Pitka. Pitka drives over Moose, in and out. Proctor tips it, but right to Faulkner. Jones for 3, got it! 3 hoops he scored. They've all been from outside the arc. It's a 2-point game.
And just when you thought Sheridan had that little stretch where they went up 9, all of a sudden we're back to great back door.
And Dennis scores for 2.
As you see, Wayne Jones keeping his dribble and throwing it off the dribble. A great tactic to keep the defense guessing as to what you're going to do.
And we're right in front of their offensive end, and you could see the eye contact between Jones and Dennis. And a turnover here as McAlee throws it away. He wants the refs to bail him out, but I don't think Sheridan tipped that one. Stephen Chan will check in for Andrew Jones. Kyle Wilkinson back into the game for James Faulkner.
Man, what a great pass by Wayne Jones. That backdoor cut, terrific stuff.
Jones, Kevin Dennis, falls.
Wow!
And Proctor on the floor calls a timeout. Great hustle by the Bruins.
He fell down and slid. Does that not constitute a travel?
You would think.
Wow.
15-17 time left, second half. Sheridan Bruins leading the Fanshawe Falcons 44-40 in the gold medal game of the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships here at St. Lawrence College in Kingston. Bill Miklas along with Scott Meeson as we bring it to you here on Cogeco 13. That was a 30-second timeout called by the Bruins. They've used up both their 30-second timeouts. Fanshawe, surprisingly, has only used 1 timeout, Scott, considering the pace of the game is probably not to their liking.
Yes, and again, if I'm Fanshawe, keep going inside. Keep pounding that ball inside.
Fanshawe had too many guys on the floor. Now Wilkinson goes back to the bench. Lofthouse checks in. Almost stolen by Pitka. Dennis gets it. Swung around the perimeter. Jones for 3. Got it!
Just like that, we're back up to 7. So that timeout really helped.
Pitka to answer. Got it!
End-to-end action here. This is terrific stuff.
Moore. Moose turns.
Good square up.
Over Colbridge. Misses. Rebound Lofthouse.
And he's killed his dribble. McAlee's there.
Pitka for 3. Won't fall. Tipped up and in by Lofthouse.
And the big guys are starting to get in the mix there on the second shots. Boy, this is an absolutely fantastic basketball game.
And a foul on Lofthouse. His second personal. For Pitka, that 3-pointer moments ago was his first field goal of the game. Wilkinson and Andrew Jones check in. Lofthouse and Pitka go to the bench.
And they're really trading substitutions here. As you can see, both coaches really using it as a tactic.
Andrew Foster, Dwight Taylor have checked in for Sheridan. Dwight Taylor had a great first half for the Bruins. He scored 6 points.
Oh, great feed.
And he's up, and he's fouled by Andrew Jones, and that will be 4 on the leading scorer of Fanshawe.
But that was all set up by a great seal in the high post. Got between the man and the basket, and that was a terrific pass. But see how important footwork and body position is in this game. Tremendous, tremendous play.
And Pitka will return. Andrew Jones will go to the bench. And we'll see how long Glenn Johnson, the head coach of Fanshawe, can keep him there.
Well, he's got to keep him there at least to under 10.
And he's still chirping the whole way to the bench. And I said, circle that first foul he got, the needless one at midcourt early in the game. And that's why he's sitting on the bench. I hate to toot my own horn, but beep, beep.
Oh, turn around. Again, catch and face.
Taylor makes one of the 2 free throws, 3-point Sheridan lead. Wilkinson. Chan for 3, got it! And he poses a bit.
Wow. Oh.
Proctor.
Oh, that's tough.
Knocked away, Chan comes up with it.
That's a great no call.
McAleese. Cut off baseline and then too hard a pass. Colbridge couldn't catch it. Second one in a row that he's thrown a little too hard for the big fella.
Second one in a row, he should have shot it. What's he throwing that ball for?
13-18, time left, second half. Tied at 48. Jones. This is Lewis Moore. Taylor up, blocked by Wilkinson.
But again, Sheridan getting the ball to the right place, into the high post, and he's collapsing, getting good shots.
Chan, cut off by Foster, gets it to Wilkinson. And Wilkinson gets an offensive foul. He cleared away Moore, and that'll be 4 on number 22. And now the fouls really start to pile up on the Falcons. Falconer will check back in for Wilkinson.
It keeps the coaches on their toes. I'm not sure, you know, that far away from the basket, and the guy's squaring up. I just find that hard to take.
Robinson is checked in for Moore for Sheridan. This is Wayne Jones for 2. Misses. Rebound. Robinson can't handle it. Now he does get it. Proctor and Lofthouse chirp, as Proctor thought Lofthouse maybe threw him to the ground. To say emotions are high in this one would be the understatement of the century. And an offensive foul on Andrew Foster. He's yelling at the official. That's 4 personals on number 15 of Sheridan.
But he's holding his ground. That's a no call. I mean, I don't understand this. Anyhow, this game, is every possession's like it's the last possession being played. But that to me is just settle down.
It's a tough one. Chan. Lofthouse was setting a pick, didn't expect the pass. Chan's fortunate to get it back. Then Robinson stripped it from behind, but it went off Proctor and out of bounds. So it'll stay Fanshaw's possession. 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and Andrew Jones returns with his 4 personal fouls and replaces Tony McAleese.
I think I'd be taking out Chan.
12:06, time left, second half. Circle this as a huge moment. Jones for 3, and it's fouled by Omari Henry.
That's a nice setup to get him the ball. He had a great look. Nice inbounds play there. And it's never a good foul to foul someone taking a 3. I mean, that's just, Think about the percentages. It's still not a high percentage shot in many cases.
Jones hits the first. He's got 2 more to come.
Plus, you risk that chance of it being a 4-point play.
Makes all 3. And he comes out. And in comes Damian Costello for the first time in the game, number 13.
What a great substitution just to get that shot and then take him out. Good coaching.
Proctor swings it around to Wayne Jones. Jones drives on Costello, puts it up, count the hoop, and a foul on Costello.
How many times has Sheridan converted these plays where the guys hang in the air, lean, and throw up what looks like a prayer? I mean, if you're Fanshawe, you can't fall victim to that.
And Andrew Jones checks back into the game for Costello. So it does look like Glenn Johnson, the head coach of Fanshawe, will try to bring Jones in on offensive substitutions any chance he can get.
Good point. I'm just going to say that. That's.
And Jones completes the 3-point play. He has 11, and we're tied at 51.
Great pass.
Faulkner, count the hoop, and the foul on Robinson.
I don't know about you. I haven't seen a game other than the Carleton-Ottawa game last night where you've had as well played game as this. This is fantastic, and really you're getting a mix of both inside and outside, which in many cases at the CIS level you're not seeing a lot of it. It's really a guard.
I certainly have not seen a matchup like this as competitive for as high stakes as what we're seeing tonight, which is the OCAA championship. Faulkner can't complete the 3-point play, so it stays Fanshawe by 2. Jones lost the handle, feed to Proctor, went off Proctor and out of bounds.
Nifty little drop pass by Jones there, but
Maurice Smith, Lewis Moore, Bashir Moose all check in for Sheridan. Robinson, Wayne Jones, and Dwight Taylor go off. Wayne Jones, the competitor he is, doesn't want to be sitting.
And Jim Flack doesn't want any part of that discussion.
Lofthouse in all sorts of trouble, calls a timeout.
And I think they've got Lockhouse back there for his height to see over the zone. In that case, it kind of backfired.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think you want him getting the ball there and having to put the ball on the floor.
No, simply to inbound it, he's got size to look over the zone, but you do not want him handling it a lot.
11-13, time left, second half. 53-51, Fanshawe leads. Gold medal game of the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships between the Fanshawe Falcons from London, the Sheridan Bruins from Oakville. Fanshawe defeated the top-seeded and defending provincial and national champion Algonquin Thunder from Ottawa in the quarterfinals, beat Humber in the semifinals. Sheridan knocked off Niagara in the quarterfinals, and then Centennial in the semifinals. And we're here at this one right now. Bronze medal game went to Humber, 61-56 earlier this evening. Bill Miklas along with Scott Meeson on Cogeco 13. Lofthouse, and he's fouled by Omari Henry, who is screamed at by head coach Jim Flack, who's saying, "Don't do that." And maybe adding a few adjectives in there that I can't repeat. But the gist of it was, don't do that.
Wow, that drives you crazy.
And he'll come out, Kevin Dennis will come in, and Jim Flack goes to get a drink of water. Because Omari Henry knew he made a mistake, but he'd already committed the foul.
But if you if you preach this kind of in-your-face defense, you are going to get that.
Yep. And Jim Black gives Omari Henry a pat and says, keep your head up because I'm going to need you. This is a game of attrition, this one tonight. 1-1 for Lofthouse. He misses the front end. Faulkner can't tip it in. Either can Pitka. And Sheridan has the basketball and a chance to tie or take the lead.
Oh, boy. And
bad pass.
now mental mistakes. Got to catch the ball.
Fanshawe having all sorts of trouble getting the ball in against this press.
And their spacing's horrendous. Get it up and over.
Chan. Chan.
Doing far too much dribbling.
McAleese drives. Block on Bashir Moose. And that will be 4 on him. It will send McAleese to the line, and it will force Andrew Foster back into the game with his 4 personal fouls.
Boy, these coaches are really having to be constantly thinking out here and moving, shuffling their lineup.
McAleese misses the first. It was on the shot, so he's got another one to come. The Sheridan fans are right below us, making a lot of noise, and McAleese misses the free throws. And Fanshawe, for the second straight trip down the floor, comes away empty from free throws.
And they'll remember that.
Foster drives. He's fouled. Count the hoop. If it's Faulkner, that's 4.
Great take. And just back and forth this game. It's just a heavyweight battle here.
I think Faulkner didn't expect Andrew Foster to drive on him, but the big fella did it. And give him credit, he put the shot in and now has a free throw to put Sheridan up by a point.
Yeah, he found the seam and got to the basket.
Andrew Jones and Kyle Wilkinson check in. Chan and Lofthouse go to the bench. Faulkner stays in with 4 fouls. Andrew Jones returns with 4 fouls, as does Kyle Wilkinson with 4 fouls. Do I sound like a broken record? Sheridan leads.
Oh, boy. You do not want your big guy handling the ball there.
Pitka. Wilkinson. Wilkinson for 3, he can hit that,
wow.
And does.
Ho-ho!
He hit one against Algonquin late in the game. He got Foster falling and took advantage of the space and the time, and Fanshawe leads by 2. Moore, nice feed to Dennis.
Oh,
got it.
What a great play.
Wilkinson, handoff to McAleese. Jones was open for a 3. McAleese didn't get it to him. Inside, Wilkinson, fouled by Wayne Jones. And that will be 4 on 0-0.
Fanshawe looking for the high-low there, didn't happen, so they go to the wing. He has inside position. It's a seal, great entry, foul. Terrific play.
Fanshawe will call a full timeout here. Gives me a chance at least to catch my breath. 56-all is the score, 9:17 the time left in the second half. And the fouls from the first half starting to catch up. Wayne Jones has 4, Bashir Moose has 4, Andrew Foster has 4 for Sheridan. On Fanshawe's side, James Faulkner with 4, Andrew Jones with 4, Kyle Wilkinson with 4. It's almost, you said it earlier, it's a battle of attrition. but it's these two coaches, Glenn Johnson, Jim Flack, trying to protect guys.
Yes, and again, I think you're going to see, and I've picked up the signal for high-low for Fanshawe. They've been trying to get that call in basically every possession. They're trying to exploit that, and I think they have to keep doing it. Those big guys get position. It's really a simple equation. You get the ball to them, it's a foul or it's a basket, and they've really got to stick with that. And you know, Andrew Jones again is not on the floor, so they're saving him, but look for him to be back in this game very, very soon.
So foul shots to come for Kyle Wilkinson. He was 0 for 2 in the first half from the line. During the regular season, he shot just 57% from the charity stripe. And you can bet this one's going to come down to free throw shooting. Wilkinson hits the first.
A lefty too.
Stephen Chan will check in for Andrew Jones. Wilkinson misses the second. Fanshawe leads by a point.
Again, free throw shooting for Fanshawe is, they're going to remember if they lose this game, they're going to remember some of those missed opportunities there.
Dennis misses. Chan with the ball. Lofthouse. McAleese, nice backdoor cut. He's fouled by Maurice Smith.
Now, looked like a flex cut there, that baseline screen. Great pass.
McAleese is 1 for 5 from the line in the game so far tonight.
Probably don't want this guy handling the ball down the stretch if you're getting fouled.
And in the regular season, he shot 73% from the line. He rolls that one in.
Which isn't bad, but he's certainly not showing that percentage tonight.
Colbridge checks into the game for Fanshawe, takes out Wilkinson. McAleese hits both. Fanshawe leads by 3. Proctor. This is Andrew Foster.
That's that same move he did to draw the foul in the bucket.
Moore's pass too hard, but it still ricochets to Proctor. 5 on the shot clock. Smith for 3. We're tied again.
And so many different players getting it done for Sheridan.
Colbridge. Pitka fakes the 3. Almost stolen by Smith. Pitka. McAleese. 10 on the shot clock. McAleese. Lofthouse. McAleese. 5 on the shot clock. Chan for 3. High arcing. Got it. And he brought rain.
I thought that was going to hit the light bulb.
My goodness. Smith inside to Dennis, turns, hits it.
What a beautiful shot.
McAleese quickly the other way. Inside, Lofthouse scrambles, gets the ball, turns, up, got it.
Again, these guys are well drilled in the post with that drop step move. Textbook stuff.
And Bashir Moose gets off the bench for Sheridan with his 4 fouls. Dennis for 3, got it! He's heating up. We're tied at 64. How much fun is this? Pitka, Chan for 3 again. That won't fall. Lofthouse rebound. Chan drives. Colbridge for 2, in and out. Rebound, Pitka.
Great board.
Colbridge can't hit. Dennis with the rebound. 6:40 the time left in regulation. Tied at 64. Foster bumped by Lofthouse. Good call.
Great call. Great call.
And I think Lofthouse did that more just to go to the bench.
He maybe needed a break.
Yeah, it'll send Foster to the line for free throws, 1-1.
And it looks like this game is going to come down to free throws. If this pace continues, boy. And now we have Wayne Jones and Andrew Jones back in for each team.
With 4 fouls. As are Faulkner and Wilkinson for Fanshawe with 4 fouls. Foster misses the front end. Wilkinson comes up with the ball. Jones ahead to Pitka. What a catch, but he traveled. Great pass, great catch. Pitka just took a step too many.
Boy, John Elway would be impressed with that accuracy. I don't think Sheridan or Fanshawe has really been hurt by the substitutions tonight. It really hasn't affected this game. As I said earlier,
more, and that'll be it for James Faulkner, if it is Faulkner. It is. So James Faulkner, who during the regular season averaged 14.5 points a game, leaves with just 4. 6:10 the time left in regulation. Free throws to come for Sheridan. This has been fun.
Oh, this is wonderful entertainment. I mean, I think this is great stuff. Again, as good as a game as I've seen all year, and we've both done CIS games this year, and you've got all the athleticism, size, shooting.
And we've both seen some pretty good CIS games.
Sure.
So that's where this one stacks. That's the thing. I mean, it's not like the CIS games we watch are poor. They're fantastic basketball. This has just been at a level.
But I'll tell you, I think this, I look at this Fanshawe team physically, they match up with anybody in the university ranks. And be bigger than a lot of them.
Moore misses the first one.
As good as the free throw shooting was in the bronze medal game, it's that bad in this game.
Yeah, it has not been scintillating, to say the least. Moore makes 1 of 2. Sheridan leads by 1. And another foul.
Again, I question that. Now you're going to be shooting that far away from the basket, and I think, you know, let him catch, let him make the first mistake. He didn't even have a chance to catch, and he was bumped. Silly foul.
It's only the first for Lewis Moore, which puts him in the minority, to say the least.
But it's double bonus.
Yep. Andrew Jones at the line.
Good free throw shooter.
Gets the first. Makes this, Fanshawe retakes the lead. He doesn't. We're tied for the 12th time tonight. Fanshawe leads. And Glenn Johnson gets Jones out of the game with his 4 fouls.
Fanshawe back in their zone.
Into the game for the first time, Mark McPherson for Fanshawe, number 20. Proctor for 3. Got it! .540 the time left in regulation. Sheridan leads by 2. McAleese with a nice catch. Splits, goes up, misses. Rebound Wilkinson, knocked out of bounds by Sheridan. Andrew Jones comes back in for Fanshawe. McPherson goes out. Pitka will check back in. Chan will go out.
I look at the Sheridan bench. I don't think there's one head coach. I think there's about 4 of them with all the...
Wilkinson hits the 2. And we're tied again. "12 ties, 12 lead changes in this one. Foster blocked out of bounds by Wilkinson. Fanshawe wants a charge.
Not going to get it with that. There's just no way. Beat him on the first step.
Moore. Andrew Jones has to be careful. Wayne Jones feeds Dennis, and he couldn't handle the pass. 5 minutes exactly left in regulation.
Trying to do too much there, Wayne Jones.
McAleese.
High-low again being called. We'll see there. There it is.
Wilkinson, great catch, got it. Good call, Scott.
Great execution. That's terrific post play. I love that. I love seeing that.
Wayne Jones. Nice fake.
Oh!
Scores it. That was pretty.
Little Isaiah Thomas there.
McAleese turns the corner, scores.
These guys can do it all, boy, I'll tell you.
Dennis for 3, misses. Andrew Jones with the rebound. Wilkinson for 3, no. Rebound, Dennis of Sheridan. Wilkinson falls, Foster's deep. Dennis doesn't see him, now he gets the ball to Foster, up, got it!
Oh, boy. What a great shot.
Andrew Foster worked hard for that one. Timeout, Fanshawe. 3:32 left. 14 ties, 13 lead changes in this one. And we're even at 72 in the gold medal game of the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships.
Boy, do these guys compete. This is tremendous action, boy. Wow. Great stuff.
The winner gets an automatic berth to the national championships in Kamloops, British Columbia in 2 weeks' time. The loser must wait out the wild card process and see if they'll get it over the runner-up in the Quebec region. So there's not just a trophy at stake tonight. There's a trip to the national championships as well. Fanshawe's basketball. Bill Miklas along with Scott Meeson. Cogeco 13. Coverage of the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships here from St. Lawrence College in Kingston. Hope you've enjoyed this game. We sure as heck have.
Well, if you're a fan of basketball, you couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Chan almost lost the handle. Tried to be a little too cute. Pitka knocks down Proctor, no call for 3. Misses.
Oh, what a board by Andrew Jones.
And he's fouled by Kevin Dennis.
And boy, can Andrew Jones get up.
I was going to say, anyone that didn't know about the vertical of Andrew Jones just saw it there.
And that's a double whammy because he's a great foul shooter. Doug Fraser motioning the Sheridan bench to have a seat.
Fanshawe shooting the double bonus now. Jones hits the first.
Nothing but net with this kid on the foul shot. He is just very, very smooth.
And he's 6 for 6 from the line. All in the second half.
Oh,
and by making them, it allows him to be subbed on defense to protect him with the 4 fouls.
Great point. Yep, ball's still dead.
And Fanshawe's back up by 2. Moore.
Again, we got Wayne Jones wide open there.
Fake the 3 for 2. won't fall. Moose tips it. Dennis comes to Moore, and he's fouled. If it's Pitka, that's it for him. No, sorry, that would be his fourth. It's on Adrian Pitka.
Again, Fanshaw's twisting and turning, and why is Sheridan with these shots? Why is Fanshawe falling for this? It's just, they've got to secure those second shots.
Lewis Moore at the line for 2 shots, and a chance to tie the game yet again, if he can make both. Hits the first. He has 10 points.
And in come the
offensive guys.
Twin Towers, yes.
Wilkinson and Lofthouse, as well as Andrew Jones.
And the Fanshawe coach is motioning for high-low again. And why not?
Don't need to hide it anymore. I think Sheridan knows what's coming. Moore doesn't hit it. So Fanshawe stays in front by a point. McAleese. Oh, Wilkinson was wide open, no one saw him. And Lofthouse is fouled by Dennis.
And again, it's critical because they're shooting 2 every time they foul.
Yep.
Again, I don't know if you need to apply that much ball pressure to that man that far away from the basket.
Lofthouse 4 for 7 so far in the game from the line. Chan and Coldridge will check in, but they need Lofthouse to make these 2 free throws. And he misses the first.
Not a good free throw shooter, this gentleman.
Andrew Jones comes out, as does Kyle Wilkinson. But if Lofthouse doesn't make this one, he stays in, but he's only playing with 3 fouls.
Nope.
And it stays a 1-point Fanshawe lead. Wayne Jones. Proctor. Wayne Jones. Kevin Dennis.
Nice pass.
Proctor's open for 3. He'll drive instead, hangs, misses, and he knocks it out of bounds.
Great call.
2:23 the time left regulation.
I think Proctor should have pulled the trigger from the 3. He was wide open.
Fanshawe will use a full timeout. They've only got 1 left.
Yeah, and that might have been a bit premature there. I think he had a lot of time, but I think they want to get Jones back in the game.
I think so too.
Tough way to do it.
Again, it was 37-33 at halftime. In the second half alone, we've had 8 ties, 7 lead changes. Sheridan, early in the second half, built their lead of 4 at halftime to as much as 9. But Fanshawe whittled away at it and tied the game at 48, and then we've been trading hoops ever since.
Yeah, it makes for great action for people who've come and paid here. Tell you, I defy anybody to go to a pro league game and get this kind of intensity.
No question.
Either hockey or basketball. It's not even close.
Should also mention what a great championship St. Lawrence College put on. Packed house. The Vikings, unfortunately, were eliminated by Centennial in a qualifying game, so weren't even competing in this. But attendance has been great. Sheridan and Fanshawe brought their own fans for this championship game. And the Falcons bring the ball up the floor. They lead by 1. McAleese spins. Inside, Wilkinson foul. Got it! You love that inside play, don't you?
Great stuff. I just don't see it a lot, you know? It's great to see that power basketball. That is just terrific to watch.
Jeff Proctor committed the foul. It was a good foul. because it forced Wilkinson to throw one up, but he was able to get it to fall, and now if he can complete the three-point play, the Falcons will have their biggest lead of the second half at 4 points.
But the pass and the catch were just superb there.
But he misses it, and so the lead stays at 3.
Still a one-possession game.
Under 2 minutes left.
Oh, that's
Steal by
huge.
Lofthouse.
Now in this position, I want to use clock. Get a good shot here. Use some clock. No reason to shoot it quickly.
McAleese drives baseline.
No,
Lofthouse.
don't want that guy shooting it from there.
Pitka. Wilkinson. Pitka's open for 3. Got it! Timeout Sheridan. It's a 6-point Falcon lead. You called it, Scott. You said patience. There were numerous times where Fanshawe could have panicked, hurried a shot. They kicked it out. They got Pitka open for a look behind the arc, and he buried it.
Yeah, and I thought McAleese was going to fall victim to that, of just taking that baseline jumper. But, well, that is fabulous patience and a great set, a series by Fanshawe there. Again, you want to use clock there. They've just taken a bad shot or missed a shot there, so you want to get back and make them play D. And again, clock management is so critical to success. Andrew Jones will be checking back in.
79-73, Fanshawe leading by 6. The 6-point lead equals their biggest lead of the game for the Falcons. And that was back in the first half. 1:31 is the time left in regulation. After the conclusion of the game, we'll have a post-game show with some interviews from the winning team. But we're a far cry from this one being over. 6 points is not that much.
I'm so impressed. Again, I keep saying this with the level of basketball here.
What does Sheridan do here? Do you have to look for a 3 right now?
No, not at all. Now you got plenty of time. You do not have to look for a 3. Get a good shot. Okay, and you don't want to rush anything. You want to get the first open look you get.
But you got to score.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Wayne Jones with the basketball for Sheridan. Lewis Moore. Proctor. Jones. Spins. And he's fouled by Colbridge.
Oh, boy.
Sheridan could use that, get a chance to score some points with no time running off.
And that came specially wrapped from Santa Claus. I don't know. Wayne Jones is going nowhere with that.
He's an 81% free throw shooter during the regular season. It's double bonus now for both teams.
More importantly, Sheridan now can set their press if he's successful.
Hits the first. And Jones hits them both.
The key here for Fanshawe is don't get forced into a shot you do not want to take. And this is the guy you want with the ball in his hands, McAleese.
Wilkinson. Jones was open for a 3.
Oh, wow.
But Wilkinson with patience.
Lots of time, lots of time.
Jones drives baseline, got hung up. Wilkinson with a nice catch.
Still
Swings
lots
around,
of time.
Pitka for 3. No, rebound Moose. Under a minute left in regulation. 4-point Fanshawe lead.
Yeah, and still 2-possession game, so Sheridan does need to look here. And if
Proctor drives.
Oh!
Tries to kick it out. Stolen. Ball loose. Jones calls a timeout. And he got it.
Oh, and most definitely, that was very clear.
.36.5 seconds left. It's Fanshawe possession. Leading by 4. Andrew Jones favoring his hand is hanging on to it, so he may not come in for this possession. Sheridan huddling up. Scott, obviously they need to pick up full court. At what point do they foul?
Well, you want to go for the steal first. That's the issue here. He's telling him steal first, then foul if they get any kind of penetration in there. If I'm Fanshawe, they got to come to us. Don't do anything rash. You do not need to take a quick shot. They have to foul us. Take care of the basketball. Get the ball in Andrew Jones' hands. He's the best foul shooter. That's who I want the ball going to.
Now, as I mentioned, Andrew Jones did seem to be favoring his right hand, and it's hard to see him through the huddle as I look on the screen.
Well, I'm sure he'll suck it up for this one. Him or McAleese. They're the best ball handlers they got right now.
Andrew Jones does come in.
You're darn right he is. Now let's see what they set up here. Looks like a box. And they're gonna up screen.
36.5 seconds left in regulation.
Jones will come back to the ball.
Fanshawe by 4, they get it into McAleese. McAleese almost lost the ball, and he turned it over. And Proctor charged! Unbelievable circumstance. A steal by Proctor, and he gets called for the charge. And a timeout by Sheridan.
But Bill, he did lower his shoulder.
I agree. I mean, at that point in the game, I'm surprised that the call was made. But you're right, under the principle of it. And we said in the first half, it's the hardest call in sports. Someone is always upset and can say it's not the right call. The charge block.
All I can say, that is a gutsy call, boy.
Yeah, and right in front of the Sheridan bench as well. So, 32 seconds the time left. Still 79-75.
I think
79-75 for Fanshawe.
Fanshawe cannot enter the ball into that trapping lane there. That was an awful.
Well, that's where they made the mistake.
Yeah,
it looked to me
awful. And Andrew Jones was wide open. They didn't even look for him.
Wow. Tough call against Jeff Proctor. He's got to shake it off, though. 32 seconds left. Sheridan down 4. McAleese will inbounds again.
Oh, and there's some confusion with Sheridan right now.
Well, I think Wayne Jones wants Kevin Dennis to guard Wilkinson. They'll get it into Lofthouse.
There's Andrew Jones. Let them come to you.
Wilkinson, the dunk, and that might be the championship. Still time. Wayne Jones. Moore for 3. Hits the front of the rim. Lofthouse with the rebound.
Get it to Jones.
And a foul on Moore.
What an inspired effort by this Fanshawe Falcons team. I am so impressed with this basketball team.
11.2 seconds left. Adrian Pitka at the line for 2, and his team up by 6. He makes one of them. It's a 3-possession game.
Wow, yeah, and Fanshawe coaches getting their big guys to get out. No kidding.
And the way Glenn Johnson has managed his team in this second half with so many guys with 4 fouls is a testament right there. He's the MVP as far as I'm concerned. He won't get it.
Cagey veteran, that coach.
28 years at the helm of Fanshawe College. Pitka makes both. It's an 8-point Fanshawe lead. 10 seconds left. Jones for 3, misses. Moose puts it up, gets it. Timeout Sheridan with 4.1 left. But it certainly looks like
just get the ball in.
The Falcons are claiming the OCAA championship.
I would get the ball in and hold it, right? There's 4 seconds left. You can't get a 5-second call. There's no chance of a 10-second call. Just hold it. You don't need to throw it after you get it in.
I would even say you could just throw it down court and let, you know, even if Sheridan goes and gets the ball, it's ball game. They were the 8th seed coming into the tournament, but everybody said they weren't an 8th seed, that they were a very, very tough team. They only lost one game since Christmas, did the Fanshawe Falcons. But the team from London is 4.1 seconds away from the championship. McAleese, it's stolen by Moore. He scores and is fouled with 2.3 seconds left. No need for that, I would say. Glenn Johnson is saying. McAleese, I think, got the foul. So Moore's got a free throw to come that will cut the lead
to one possession.
Unbelievable. But Moore needs to make this. And he does.
Oh, man.
Here we go. McAleese gets it into Jones. Stripped away.
What's the call?
And it's red ball. It's red ball. They say they're going to have a conference. There's 0.6 seconds left. One referee saying it went off a leg. The Sheridan fans are upset because the referee from away from the play came in with the overrule. I think Andrew Jones just told Adrian Pitka to throw the ball down the floor because there's 0.6 of a second left. And for the first time since 1980, the Fanshawe Falcons are Ontario champions.
What a tremendous game. Since 1980, what
they
win
it
accomplishment.
83-80 over the Sheridan Bruins. They celebrate at midcourt. Heartbreaking defeat for the Bruins from Oakville. We'll be back with the post-game show. You're watching the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships on Cogeco 13. And we're back. Fanshawe Falcons, the champions of OCAA men's basketball for this season with an 83-80 win over the Sheridan Bruins. I'm joined right now by the winning coach, Glenn Johnson. In 28 years, you've coached in a lot of games, won some championships. Was this as physical a game as you've coached in?
Yeah, it was a good one. I mean, the Sheridan's got a great squad and well coached. Yeah, it was a big win. And I think the quality of the win depends on who you're playing, and Sheridan's excellent.
Now, in the second half, you had some guys playing with 4 fouls early on. You really seemed to do a good job of being able to substitute offense for defense. Is that just the way it fell, or did you think that you were going to have to do that at halftime the way the game was being called?
Well, I think you can't judge anything at halftime. It's a 40-minute game. If it was a 20-minute game, you'd make your judgments at halftime. But you go on the fly, and no, the kids were great. They did, they knew they had to come off. They came off. There was no garbage. They knew it had to happen, and they did it.
Tell me about the tournament MVP, your point guard, Tony McAleese.
Well, Tony's been sort of an unheralded kid all the way through. He's improved a heck of a lot, and he keeps his poise. He's an arch competitive type kid, but he's keeping his poise, and he's simply an excellent leader.
First championship since 1980. Had you forgotten the taste of it?
No.
Well, congratulations. Good luck at National.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Glenn Johnson, the head coach of the victorious Fanshawe Falcons, and now we are going to try and get Tony McAleese, the tournament MVP, if we can grab him in here quickly, celebrating with his mates. And here he is, the tournament MVP, Tony McAleese, number 24. Tony, I was just asking your coach, this was a physical game with a very relentless style of defense from Sheridan. How, as a point guard, do you handle that for 40 minutes?
My coach always tells me before every game to keep my head, keep composure, and I have to listen to him because if I get off my game, then that's it. Our team gets down, everything gets down, so it just doesn't work. So I just try my best to let it go, get the bumps and bruises, and then the win's a win. That's it. Just
Yeah.
keep out with it.
Now, there were a lot of guys playing with 4 fouls on your team, and yet no one got 5. What was the key to that?
Well, we play a zone defense, so we usually contain, and if we have to get up on them close, then make sure you don't reach, and then just play smart. And that's it. Get in front, don't take any dumb fouls, and then you're all good.
You guys have been playing really well since Christmas, but did you think when Saturday, March the 6th rolled around at 10:30 at night that you would be champions of Ontario?
Oh, no doubt I had a vision in my mind that I was going to win, but it was a hard trip from Christmas. We weren't gelling as a team before Christmas, but then after that break, everything went so smooth, and then till now, it's great. I love this feeling so good.
All right, well, enjoy it, and good luck in Nationals, and congratulations, Tony.
Thank you.
Tony McAleese, the tournament MVP. And now we're going to bring in one of the tournament all-stars quickly, Kyle Wilkinson. And Kyle, congratulations on a great game. But talk to me about the way the game was being called. It seemed like everybody was in foul trouble, and you guys really had to stay away from getting the fifth.
I've never seen a game so much where the fouls were called so quick, but we were able to fight through it, and we were able to win this game. And I'm just so proud of my whole team for, no one thought we were going to win this, but the 13 guys in our team. And I just want to thank everyone on that team for getting us there. And my coach, Glenn Johnson, best coach in Ontario.
Now the difference really seemed to be down the stretch. You guys inside with what my color commentator Scott Meeson was saying, a high-low offense. Did you see the same thing?
Oh yeah, well we knew we had more size than them. We just had to get it in there. They're a pretty good team. They were able to get their hands in there and pick us apart in some plays, but overall I knew we could take them inside, and that's what we did.
Did you come into this weekend knowing that you guys were the most dangerous 8th seed probably anywhere?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone knew we could do it. Everybody took us for granted, never thought we could do it. We ended up coming in here and be the 3 best teams in this tournament. And it's just a great feeling.
All right, well, congratulations and enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle Wilkinson, one of the tournament all-stars, and quickly, let's bring in Scott Meeson. And Scott, you couldn't ask for a better championship game. Fouls aside, the Fanshawe Falcons, very deserving of the 83-80 win.
Yeah, they did it with their size. We said at the beginning it was speed versus size, and what a tremendous execution by Fanshawe down the stretch to go to that high-low game, won in the game. And the big guys came through. They are going to be a tough out at Nationals.
Tournament MVP Tony McAleese, the point guard, and it would seem like the tournament MVP should be somebody that had to go through what Tony McAleese had to go through against that Sheridan full court, relentless pressure for 40 minutes.
Wire to wire in this game, the most consistent player on the floor for Fanshawe. I said at the beginning, this guy's really putting on a show, and he was tremendous.
All right, well, that does it for us. What a great weekend of college basketball presented by St. Lawrence College, and it concludes here in Kingston with Fanshawe Falcons taking the gold medal with an 83-80 victory over the Sheridan Bruins. For Scott Meeson, I'm Bill Miklas. Thanks for watching the OCAA Men's Basketball Championships on Cogeco 13.